Hello everybody. We now have all of these Allen wrenches or Allen keys made. Now we're going to make just a holder with it. We're going to imagine we're using like a scrap piece of wood, like a 2x4, which most people have. You can make it lay down or you can make it stand up like this. And so let's get started. So we're going to start a new part, and I'm going to start it on the YZ plane. I'm going to grab a rectangle and I'm going to start right there on the origin. But since we're using a 2x4, it's not really 2 inches by 4 inches. So we're going to do, the width is 3.5 by 1.5. And finish sketch. And then we're going to say that we're going to take this 2x4, which is a 1/2 inch shorter. That's where we got the 3.5 by 1.5. And we're only going to use like a 4-inch section of it. So just to make it look like wood, let's change the material to wood. There we go. And now let's start knocking some holes in it. So I start a new sketch. I'm going to project geometry. And I'm going to put a circle here. So the first circle I'm going to put, and let's go ahead and dimension this. So I'm going to do a location. So I'm just going to do 1, and then I'll go 0.75, and then I will make that. The smallest one we have is 3/32. But if I make it that small, then the Allen key won't actually fit into it. So let's double click on that and go 3/32 plus 1/8. There we go. That'll definitely be big enough. All right. And now if you kind of take another circle and hover over it, and maybe another circle and hover right below that, and another circle and go right below that. What we can do is use our constraints here, and I'm going to grab a vertical constraint. I'm going to click on all these, line them all up. I'm also going to say, hey, let's just equal everything. Click, click, and then hit my equals constraint. And now, the next one is 7/64, and we'll just add an 1/8 to that. The next one is 1/8 plus 1/8, so it's large enough. And 5/32 plus 1/8. And so we can see it's gradually getting bigger. All right, you're going to do 4 more on the other side. All right, now that we have all the holes located and dimensioned, let's extrude them. I'm just going to take them down 1 inch. One of the last things I'd like you to do is put your name on it somewhere. So you can put your name on the top or the side. So start a new sketch, project geometry, grab a text, and you can change the font, you can change the font size, you can even change the font color. And if you hit escape, you can move this. If it's turned sideways, you can grab this rotate and rotate it around too by clicking on it and then clicking on this red arrow and then rotating it around. Okay, now let's save this as wrench holder.